Well, I think if there was any question of whether or not Donald Trump was going to honor his campaign promises, today is the first major signal that he absolutely will, especially with the picks of Senator Sessions and General Flynn to give them such prominent roles in the administration, suggests that there's no chance that Donald Trump is going to veer right now from his primary points, which are this. In Senator Sessions' case, if he's going to become Attorney General, he's going to broadly enforce the law. So much criticism directed at President Obama for not enforcing federal law, specifically when it comes to things like immigration, that I don't foresee that Jeff Sessions is going to be anything but an advocate for overall federal law enforcement, right? So actually enforcing immigration laws as they exist on the books. In the case of General Flynn, I think you've got a situation where, you know, throughout the campaign, Donald Trump has said, look, Obama cannot identify the real problem, which is radical Islamic terror. General Flynn, in the position of National Security Advisor, is going to have Trump's ear, clearly, and that's his big issue. He thinks that the #1 threat is radical Islamic terror, and the Obama administration is clearly going to take that footing as it begins.
Let's talk a little bit more about Lieutenant General Mike Flynn. Nina, we were just seeing a picture of him. He is publicized as being a registered Democrat, much like Donald Trump was many years ago, but it's interesting that he perhaps is still a registered Democrat. And a former U.S. military special operator just spoke to Fox News on the phone, spoke to our Pentagon producer, Lucas Tomlinson, and said that Lieutenant General Mike Flynn is one of the most accomplished wartime professionals in the past 20 years, a great team builder, and has plenty of combat experience overseas. So about that appointment in particular, what do you think that tells us about the new Trump administration and what we're going to see from them?
Yeah, of course, there's multiple point of views about General Flynn, and I think he's definitely somebody who came to loggerheads with people in the Obama administration and with Obama appointees, and really did not believe that, and really thought that this administration did not take the emerging terror threat seriously enough, that they sort of sat on their laurels after crushing Al-Qaeda, and that we didn't see the ISIS threat coming. So he's got that side of things. There's been some reports in the press that he's more difficult to work with and so on. So I think we'll see all of that play out. And Jeff Sessions, of course, is another interesting one in that he is going to be very, very much at the center of the Trump agenda, which, of course, is immigration. And Jeff Sessions opposed the immigration efforts to immigration reform to create a path to legalization here in the United States, a bipartisan effort that people like Marco Rubio were part of, but became a very difficult thing for a lot of those senators to carry later on as the campaign rolled out. So he's going to be, he called that amnesty, and he's going to be a central figure, I think, not just in enforcing the law, but in any kind of legislation on immigration that comes through Congress.